Adrian was the first person to graduate high school in his family and eventually went on to serve in the United States Army. As an infantryman, he saw the deaths of many of his comrades while deployed in Iraq in 2003. After these repetitive encounters, he began to have nightmares, anxiety, and was always nervous of his surroundings. He then began to abuse alcohol to relax his mind. Upon getting out of the army and returning to his civilian life, he became depressed and didn't take care of himself and eventually lost interest in everything he was into. He lost his job, and not too long after, he lost his home, causing him to become homeless. My name is Saul Soto, and many American veterans are at risk of becoming homeless. The Department of Housing and Urban Development of 2013 annual homeless report states that 60,000 veterans were homeless in the U.S. That is 13% of all adults. I haven't personally been affected with this issue because I am currently serving as an active duty member of the United States Army, but this issue is very serious and active. Some of you may have family or friends that have struggled with homelessness after returning and may understand the hardships that they have faced. Some of you may have heard the stories or seen ads about this issue. Today I will discuss statistics to explain why veterans are becoming homeless, what actions we need to take to raise awareness, and what we can do to prevent the issue in the future. Let's begin with reviewing some statistics on the issue. There are approximately 22 million veterans in the United States. Around 62,000 of those men and women can become homeless at any given night. Problem is the lack of support and resources available to the veterans. Veterans feel ashamed of seeking help because they have this tough guy persona. As a result, many fall into poverty and eventually homelessness. 35% of deployed service members experience PTSD. 27% of those people met criteria of alcohol abuse after 3 to 4 months from returning home from deployment. 1 in 4 soldiers abuse prescription drugs when returning home. U.S. veterans are in greater risk of becoming homeless than any other U.S. adult. Combat exposure, combat trauma, PTSD are all leading risk factors. Depression will cause veterans to lose focus and eventually affect not only themselves, but everyone around them. How can we claim to be the greatest country on earth if we keep turning our backs on the men and women that have served our country? Today we need to rise and spread awareness to help save our vets. I want you to put yourself in the shoes of those who fought in the wars that have kept this country safe and has affected the lives of many emotionally, physically, and mentally. Our veterans need coordinated efforts and provide secured housing, healthcare, substance abuse and mental health counseling, and job placement assistance. The Department of Veteran Affairs can help veterans get back on their feet to support themselves. You can raise awareness by distributing brochures throughout your community to let them know what's going on. Anyone can start by asking a homeless person if they've served in the military and direct them to the proper service. Now that you've heard some facts and awareness of veteran homelessness, now we can be able to put future veterans' homelessness to a stop. Change starts at an individual level that leads into evolving an entire community. Post ads on local social media websites referring to veteran homelessness can help spread the word, such as Facebook, MySpace, Twitter, all that good stuff. Donate money or anything that can help your local veteran shelter. Writing to the state congressman or senate about veterans being without a home can be very effective. Our government takes care of our soldiers and veterans. Now you know the tactics that can help our once great defenders of our nation's change starts today. Now that I have talked about some facts about homeless veterans, the awareness that we should raise to stop this and how we can prevent it in the future, it's up to us, the growing youth of America, to help them get what they deserve. As for me, whenever I get the chance to volunteer to help our veterans, I do, because I would want someone to do the same when I become a veteran as well. I urge you to do the same. Go to a local homeless shelter and donate anything. Anything is better than nothing. Food, canned food, money, clothes, cleaning supply, hygiene supply, anything will help. To everyone out there in the world, prior service, and civilians. Just like you have supported our soldiers, Marines, airmen, and seamen during the time of service, we need you to support them as they transition to the civilian life once again. Thank you, and that is my speech.